not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes about to kick it away and get this season started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Shaking underneath us, guys. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Steps away. He'll pull it down. First down and more. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. But what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking for space. It's Frazier. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand. At least hold them to 3.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I mean, you just can't teach and coach big D tackles to be that quick. I mean, he shot right out of his stance, beat the offensive lineman, and he was in the backfield before the O-line even knew it.
Now improvising. Lets it fly. Picked off, and the opening drive is
kick a field goal. Don't let him score points. Heck no. You turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job, and the pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start, try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. A run for the quarterback. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. On target to the left. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even.
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown Bulldogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to pull that schooner away offensively. They're up by 7 over Michigan. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Looking for a gap. It's Graham. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth. But now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, you know, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Georgia.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Sends it back in motion. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Hang on, Sloopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the first quarter miss, guys, we're still tied up. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the bar in his face.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Smith. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Back to pass on 2nd down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, It falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They use the end around, first play of the drive. That'll get the eyes moving. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Dogs have a lot of options on second and inches. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They go to the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll leave it with him. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Finds his man. It's Tate. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the...
And the ball squirted out! Bounced right back to them.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Tackle is made at the 44 after the 5-yard gain and the first down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
That's a really nice run right there. And one of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Wants to go up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Graham. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on 1st down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Turning it on! He now has 84 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll try to do it himself. Working on the right. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphries. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I think you just like the quarterback to have a little bit more awareness there on 1st down. I love being aggressive and wanting to throw the football, but you can't hold on to it for over 5 seconds. At some point, you just have to concede that the defense won the play and throw the football out of bounds, take the incompletion. Now you've taken a sack. I know it's only 2nd down. You can still get this thing and move the chains, but you just made it a lot harder on yourself with that negative play.
Makes the grab. It's Fleming. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going over the top. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Going for the big play. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive with a pass. He's going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Waning seconds of the 1st half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd half.
Sprinting away. A tag. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space,
this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Buys a little time. The throw. Got a man. It's Branch. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
The play-action fake. Fires to the tight end. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack, you're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Dogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma is in trouble. You could bring back any of the Heisman winners they've had here, Bradford or Mayfield or Murray. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 18 to Michigan. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Looking down the left side. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Makes the catch. It's Tate. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Graham. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Here comes the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it. They know it's a pass, but they had eyeballs on him. And as soon as he took off, they ran to him, and they made sure they got him on the ground.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Georgia lining up to clear it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll try the run. There he goes! He now has 106 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in the lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big game for the offense.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players, certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Feet in the end zone looking to fire. With the catch, it's Frazier. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line?
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 30.
How about the hit on the tight end there? They knew they had to bring the lumber on the big fella to bring him down, and they just blew him up.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Snagged in the middle, it's Branch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this offense has to stay out of these 3rd and long situations, man. They get in this predictable situation. That's why they punted last time. They got to stay a little bit more balanced, got to protect their quarterback so they don't know they're dropping back to pass in difficult 3rd down situations.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The short hands, it's Frazier. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, need a conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Running to Green. Touchdown Bulldogs! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. FIU is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Buffalo. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That It's caught. It's Graham. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires to the right. It's good. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Find some fresh air.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a fourth down looms and decision time for this offense.
Now, fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Oh, he's got some space. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week one, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude further.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Looking for room, it's Fletcher. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. It's a reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Got it, looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way towards